Body mechanics refers to how the body moves efficiently and safely by using correct alignment, coordination, muscle engagement, and joint function. In dance, good body mechanics allows me to move with control, power, and reduced risk of injury. So a relevant example for my major study performance is when I do my turns. I'll insert a video, but when I do my turns, I'm engaging my core stabilizers during this time so that my turns and travel phrases are keeping neutral with my pelvis and my spinal alignment, so I'm not leaning too far forward or leaning too far back to ruin the turn. So having these strong body mechanics support technical accuracy and expressive performance quality in my MSP. Range of motion refers to the amount of movement available at a joint. It is influenced by joint structure, muscle length, strength, and neuromuscular control. So I'll also insert another video, but in my MSP, when I am standing straight and I hinge at my hips, that's called a hip flexion and abduction. So I'm leaning forward to get the full range of motion, folding down and scooping back up. So my hips are my work of range of motion. So in dance, increasing range of motion allows for greater line extension and dynamic contrast while still maintaining control.
I'm alive and I can feel it.
In my MSP, for my turns, they rely heavily on efficient body mechanics and controlled range of motion through the hip, spine, and ankle joints. So my hip external rotation is on the supporting leg, so I can spin around. My ankle plantar flexion while in releve, and my core stabilizers. So obviously my abdominals and my obliques, keeping my quality of line and my alignment throughout my turns. Strategies I've used to increase range of motion and control. So I've improved ankle flexion and dorsiflexion to create a stable high releve, strengthening hip external rotators to maintain turnout without gripping, and maintaining vertical alignment of the head, ribcage, and pelvis, which is then where my abdominal comes into play. So by increasing the ankle range motion and spinal mobility, I was able to create smoother rotation and greater control during my turns. My second body skill, I don't really know how to say it. It's the movement where I scoop my right leg upward, going on releve on my left leg, and I scoop it up to my chest, bending the knee. So my knee is coming in. My focus is my hip flexion on the right leg, the ankle plantar flexion on the supporting leg when rising into releve, the knee flexion of the right leg, and the spinal elongation rather than spinal flexion. So the muscles involved are my gastrocnemius, soleus, abdominals, and rectus femoris. So using an active hip flexor, strengthening to lift the leg without momentum. Some of my strategies, increasing ankle range of motion to rise smoothly into the releve, engaging my core to prevent posterior pelvic tilt, so I'm making sure I'm not tilting too much to ruin the effect of the movement, and practicing the movement slowly to coordinate timing between the leg scoop and the rise. So improving hip flexion range of motion and ankle plantar flexion allows the movement to appear more fluid and controlled rather than being forced.